Do you notice how some content creators look professional before they even say a single word? The secret is not their looks or their cameras, it's the background behind them. At Handesly, we consider the shelves behind you to be your visual identity.
Turning dreams into reality.
If they're overcrowded, you communicate chaos. If they're completely empty, you appear dull and lifeless. The engineering challenge in 2026 is creating the perfect balance between the content you present and the decorative elements supporting that content. Today, we'll break down the secret formula of shelf styling. We'll talk about the rule of thirds, the power of varying heights, and how to use practical lights inside shelves to create cinematic depth in your frame. Get ready, because your background is about to become part of your success story. Framing and the rule of thirds. At Handesly, we always begin with framing the shot. Never place a shelf directly behind your head as if it's growing out of your ears. Side placement. Try to position the shelves so they occupy 1/3 of the frame on either the right or left side. This gives the viewer's eyes room to breathe and makes the composition feel natural instead of forced. The focal point. You are the hero of the frame, so background elements must remain secondary. From an engineering perspective, shelves are used to frame the person.
That means the vertical lines of the shelves should guide the viewer's eyes toward you at the center or side of the frame. The engineering of mass and negative space. The biggest mistake is filling every inch of the shelf. In architecture, empty space is just as important as walls themselves. The 70-30 rule. Fill 70% of the shelf with objects and leave 30% as negative space. This empty space prevents visual pollution and gives every displayed item greater value and presence. Weight distribution. Don't place all the heavy books or large objects on one side. Distribute visual weight evenly across the frame. If you place a large object on the right, balance it with a smaller object or light source on the left. The secret of visual triangles and varying heights. Why do some shelves look boring? Because everything is the same height. At Handesly, we use the rule of varying heights. Group items in threes. Arrange objects in groups of 3 pieces. The human eye naturally prefers odd numbers. Create visual triangles. Place a tall object, like a vase, beside a medium object, like a candle, and then a smaller object, like a decorative box.
This gradual variation creates a visual triangle that feels balanced and pleasing to the eye, making the shelf appear professionally curated instead of randomly filled. Books. How to arrange them architecturally. Books are the soul of an engineer's or creator's background, but stacking them vertically in the traditional way can feel visually boring on camera. Mix vertical and horizontal placement. Arrange some books vertically, then place 3 books horizontally beside them. Horizontal books work as a pedestal, where you can place a vintage camera or a small plant. Color engineering. If colorful book covers create visual noise, try flipping the books around to reveal the neutral white pages for a cleaner classic look. Or organize them in a rainbow gradient if your content is artistic or creative. This reduces color distraction behind you. Practical lighting inside shelves. At Handesly, we always say, lighting is what sells the decor. Shelves without lighting appear like black holes inside the frame. Accent lighting. Use small rechargeable spotlights or battery-powered lights attached underneath the shelves to highlight a specific decorative object. Visual depth. Add LED strips behind the books or behind the shelves themselves to separate them from the wall. This backlighting creates a halo effect that adds cinematic depth and makes the background appear 3-dimensional instead of flat. Plants. Bringing life into a static frame. Every engineered background needs an organic touch. Electronics and books are made of sharp, straight lines, so plants are essential to soften that rigidity. At Handesly, we recommend hanging plants cascading from higher shelves. They create elegant, flowing lines and help fill vertical empty spaces beautifully. If your room lacks natural light, use high-quality artificial silk plants. They provide the same refreshing green visual effect without maintenance, while staying perfectly camera-ready all the time. Your background is the stage design of your work. Styling shelves with a $100 budget can dramatically increase the production value of your videos. When investors or sponsors see an organized background, they immediately understand they are dealing with a professional who respects both their craft and their audience. A well-designed shelf is not just decoration, it is a silent message telling viewers, I care about details, so you can trust what I say. Remember, background engineering is trust engineering. Always remember, your background doesn't need to be expensive, it needs to be smart. Start by decluttering your shelves, rearrange them using the rule of thirds, add a small touch of lighting, and watch your video frame transform from ordinary into exceptional. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because in the next episode, we'll dive into a topic everyone loves: advanced RGB decor, how to use smart lighting without making your room look cheap or childish. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Let's make your content smarter and more beautiful.
Turning dreams into reality.